Well, hey, good day to you. This is Todd. I am a regular dude walking in the Word. Hey, as we are going through Colossians, we're in chapter 2 right now. We're finishing up chapter 2. Technically, we would have finished it yesterday. However, I was reading, actually in Judges just the other day, but what we read in the past couple of days about traditions and rules, and it threw in worship of angels in there too. And I'm like, what? How about that? And just yesterday, I was reading in my quiet time in Judges, and that tied in with it. You're thinking, like, the book of Judges talked about worship of angels? Yeah, it did. Okay. So I'm going to bring those two passages together here today as we talk about worship of angels. Okay. Any worship of angels is false. Okay. And is not biblical. Okay. The Bible clearly teaches that all angels were pointing to God. Okay, they never ever pointed to themselves and never tried to honor themselves at all. It was always to honor God. So that's the purpose of angels, and that should be our purpose too. When we're so focused on angels that it's the angel this and the angel this, and I've got this little angel right by my side and all this stuff about angels, and we're not focused on God, we're in for trouble. Okay, so let's look here today at Colossians 2 verses 18 to 19, and we read this 2 days ago. It says this. Here it says, "Do not let anyone who delights in false humility." Yes, we talked about that, false humility, and the worship of angels disqualify you. Okay, worship of angels. These people were actually were acting all humble, but then they were also worshiping angels. Okay, false teaching here. Such a person also goes into great detail about what they have seen. They are puffed up with idle notions by their unspiritual mind. They have lost the connection with the head, from whom the whole body supports and is held together by its ligaments and sinews, and grows as God causes it to grow. Angels are pointing to God, and God and Jesus is head of the church. Okay, the angels are not head of the church. The church is made up of people like us and God. That's who makes up the church. The angels don't make up the church. All right, and the angels are only pointing to God. So don't be throwing the angels into everything of. You might not worship angels, but you might spend a whole lot of time of angel this, angel that, which is wrong. But I want to go now to Judges chapter 13, verses 17 to 20, and this is taken from the New Living Translation. This is taking place where, with the birth of Samson, you had Samson's father and mother, and an angel actually came to them. They appeared first to the mother, and then also to the father, and then you're going to see how the father and mother, Samson's father and mother, they want to honor the angel, but the angel does everything in its power to point everything to God. Okay, point all honor to God. The angel never ever has worship to himself. Okay, and a lot of these cults, they do that. They have some angel came down, and the angel is named, and the angel taught me this and this and this. They're really taking the place of God. Okay, so let me read this here. It's starting out with Manoah. Manoah was the father of Samson. And this is taken Judges chapter 13, verses 17 through 20. Then Manoah, Samson's father, asked the angel of the Lord, "What is your name? For when all this comes true, we want to honor you." They should be honoring God, okay? But instead they want to honor the angel, okay? This is what it's meaning here, and it happens later on in Judges, way toward the end. It's just a crazy story, and the guy's name is Micah. It's a crazy story how they do everything wrong. And in fact, one commentator says they break almost every one of the 10 Commandments in one little section of Scripture. How the son stole some money and from the mother, and then he confessed to it, and the mother said, "Oh boy, you're such a good son. Oh, thank you for confessing. I'm going to honor you because you confessed your thing, and so I'm going to, since you gave the money back and everything," and she put a curse on him before that, "and since you gave the money back, I'm going to make a little idol." Okay, and so she makes a little idol with some of the money and stuff. Like, what kind of craziness is that? All right. At that same time, craziness is happening here. And what happened back there with Micah, then they built this idol, and this guy had this idol, and people were stealing it and all kinds of crazy stuff. You got to read that at the end of Judges. Let's continue on, verse 18. "Why do you ask my name?" the angel of the Lord replied. It is too wonderful for you to understand." So again, he's taking the focus off the angel there. "Then Manoah took a young goat and a grain offering and offered it on a rock as a sacrifice to the Lord. And as Manoah and his wife watched, the Lord did an amazing thing. As the flames from the altar shot up toward the sky, the angel of the Lord ascended in the fire. When Manoah and his wife saw this, they fell with their faces to the ground." Okay. But this whole passage here, the angel is doing everything within its power to not take any glory, but so that all the glory goes to God. Even to the point of, "You're not going to know my name. I'm not going to tell you my name because you're going to do something stupid, make an idol out of an image and an idol and stuff like that." And the angel was going to have nothing to do with that. So that's what happened. The angel was focused on honoring God. All right. So that, as we conclude here today, when you take and you're focused on angels and making little statues of them and all kinds of stuff like that, and you're not focused on Jesus, that's when you're in trouble there. We need to be constantly focused on Jesus, and the things that we do should be pointing to Jesus. All right. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm just a regular dude walking in the Word, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow as we jump into chapter 3 of Colossians tomorrow. Lord's blessing. I'll see you then.